Hey everyone! So I had this idea for a video called Pick 4, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick 4 brands from 4 categories that are my favorites and tell you a little bit about each one, and then if you want to, you can put in the comments section what your favorite 4 are of the 4 categories. And I thought that would be a lot of fun to see, what everybody likes. So if you want to do that, if you want to join in and tell me what you like too, that'd be fun. So let me get right to it. Let's start with makeup. I'm going to tell you my 4 favorite drugstore makeup brands first, and then I'll do department store after that. And the other 2 categories are going to be nail polish and hair products. So let's start with my 4 favorite drugstore brands for makeup. And they're not in any particular order. I just picked out what my 4 favorites were. Let's start with, I'm going to have to start with L'Oreal, because now I am absolutely in love with this L'Oreal Magic Smooth Souffle makeup. This is my favorite makeup that I've ever used. I really love it. My holy grail foundation, definitely. But I just wanted to mention that you will also see me in other videos using different brands, because I really try to use like my whole collection and not just use the same thing all the time. But I do have that makeup on today though. And also for L'Oreal, I really like the L'Oreal Telescopic Explosion mascara. That's a really good mascara, and I had sort of forgotten about it there for a while, but I've been using that a lot lately. I also really like the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base Primer. I don't have any right now because I used it all up, but that's very good. And L'Oreal also makes very good hair color. And okay, so the next one is going to be Revlon. And Revlon makes some really good foundations too. The Color Stay and the Photo Ready are both very good. Revlon also makes really good lipsticks. I like the Color Burst lipsticks. My favorite drugstore lipstick is Revlon Color Burst Baby Pink. This is such a pretty color, and the formula is just so nice and feels so great on your lips. They also make terrific lip glosses. These are the Super Lustrous lip glosses. I have these in a bunch of colors. They're really, really terrific, very pigmented and not sticky. And I recently discovered Revlon's Luxurious Color Matte Kohl Eyeliner Pencil. And I've got this in Rich Mink, but I'm dying to pick up the black one because I really like the formula on these. They're just so easy to work with. So those are my favorite products from Revlon. And then another drugstore brand that I really like is Maybelline. I had recently bought the Maybelline Fit Me foundation and concealer, both very, very good. And then about a year ago or so, a lot of people were using the Maybelline Dream Smooth Mousse foundation, another great product. And also the Maybelline Dream Matte Pressed Powder is very good. I don't have it to show you because I used every single bit of it up that was in the container, so I might purchase some more of that, but I don't know if I'm going to bother because you don't need a powder over that L'Oreal makeup, and I already have quite a few other powders that I can just use if I do want a powder. The Maybelline Dream Mousse blushes, I have Pink Frosting and Soft Plum. These are very good cream blushes. The Maybelline Eye Studio gel liners, very good. But mostly I think the outstanding thing about Maybelline is their mascaras. I have 4 of them that are really good. The Falsies, actually 5 of them. The Pulse Perfection, 1 by 1 Volume Express. I have the Great Lash in blue that I like to use sometimes on my lower lashes, and the XXL one. So I've got 5 Maybelline mascaras, and they're all terrific. Let's see. So that was Maybelline, Revlon, L'Oreal, and what was my 4th brand? Physicians Formula. I bought this blush, this Happy Booster glowing blush or whatever, and I'm wearing that today, and I really like it. And I don't have any other experience with this brand yet, but something tells me if I like this much, that I'm probably going to like, you know, the other products if I were to try them. So that's for drugstore. And then for department store brands, of course I'm going to say MAC. I'm totally in love with their eyeshadows. Today I'm wearing 4 different MAC eyeshadows. I'm wearing Hypnotizing in the outer corner, and I also took that and dragged it down a little bit under the lower lash line, just a little bit. And I'm wearing Lovelace in the crease. I'm wearing Pin Curl is my highlight. Yeah, this is Suave Intentions. This is what I'm wearing on my lid. I also like MAC lip liners. I think they are some of the best lip liners that I've ever tried. They're kind of, you know, expensive. They're department store, but I think they are the best. I love MAC lipsticks. Today I'm wearing Intricate, which is kind of a really pale lavendery beige color. I really like MAC lip glosses. They just come in so many pretty colors and formulas, and there's just so many to pick from. And I think that's a big part of the appeal with the lipsticks and the eyeshadows too, is that you just have so many colors to pick from. And I do have to say, I've got Feline Kohl Power eye pencil on today, and I've been making out pretty good with this. It really doesn't smudge until the very end of the day. I mean, it's definitely smudgy at the end of the day, but it's been holding up pretty well for me. And, okay, my next department store brand is going to be NARS. NARS makes my favorite blushes and bronzer. I really like the Laguna bronzer, and their blushes are just fantastic. I wish I could get more. I only have 2 colors. I have Orgasm and Deep Throat, but they're, you know, very expensive, so I don't usually get those. My next department store makeup brand is gotta be Guerlain. I use the foundation primer every day, but it was $70-something, so I probably won't be able to repurchase or try any of their other products unless I win the lottery or something. But I would love to try their lipsticks. I've heard that their lipsticks are terrific, but I really, really love this, so I've got to include them in there. And then, let's see, what would the other department store brand be? I said MAC, NARS, Guerlain, and, let's see. Oh, that's right, I wrote it down. Oh, gosh, how could I forget? Urban Decay. Solely based on the Urban Decay palette. This palette is a masterpiece. It's so terrific. This palette made me appreciate neutrals. I used to hate neutral eyeshadows until I got this palette. And then I started playing with this, and I was like, oh my God, you know, these are so beautiful. And then that in turn gave me an appreciation for neutral eyeshadows from other brands. And of course, everybody knows Urban Decay Primer Potion. You know, when you don't know what to use or grab, you can always grab that in a pinch. Oh yeah, something I forgot to talk about with MAC is the paint pots. I love to use MAC paint pots for an eyeshadow base to really make the colors pop, but they don't come in all the colors that I would like them to, so a lot of times I will use the MAC Painterly paint pot when I don't have the right color paint pot to use. And I also used to use MAC Painterly paint pot as a concealer when I needed one, but now that I'm using that L'Oreal foundation, I don't need a concealer now. Okay, so that's my drugstore and department store picks. And then for nail polish, I'm gonna say OPI. If you were to look at my nail polish collection, I would say most of it is OPI, because usually the formula is very good. The colors are just, you know, the most classic, beautiful colors. They have some real standouts, and they're always coming up with new and innovative products, like the Black Shatter, for example. And I could just rattle off a bunch more colors, like probably the most beautiful red of all time, I'm Not Really a Waitress. My favorite wintertime color, You Don't Know Jacques. I mean, that's such a great brown, and I think a lot of the other companies came by and tried to like rip that color off and make their own version of it, but I'm pretty sure that that was the original one. And then they have like Russian Navy, which is the most beautiful blue with just a hint of purple in it, and they have so many good colors that you couldn't possibly rattle them all off. The next nail polish brand I'm going to talk about is China Glaze, simply because, speaking of beautiful red colors, Ruby Pumps is such a standout. I've had this for a long time, and I don't use it a lot because I have to really be in the mood to wear red, because red is such a bold statement color that I don't use it a lot, but when I want a pretty red, this is absolutely gorgeous. And China Glaze makes China Glaze makes one of my favorite pastel colors of all time for Audrey. This is so pretty. It's just like the perfect Tiffany blue. Another brand of polish that I really like is Essie, and they now sell Essie at Walmart, so it's gonna be like easily available to everyone now. I like Essie because I like the way it applies. Really, really good quality polish. You never have a problem putting Essie on. You'll never get a bottle of Essie that's goopy or too thick, or it's a little on the thin side. So it just applies like a dream. But of course the downside to that is you can't get away with just one coat with Essie like you can with some of the OPI ones or China Glaze ones. You can just put on a coat and run out the door. Essie is always going to need at least 2 coats, and sometimes even 3. But like I said, you'll never get a bad bottle of Essie. I've got quite a few of them now, and they're always good. And my fourth pick for nail polish is, surprisingly, MAC. Now, I know you've heard me complain about the quality of MAC polish being very inconsistent. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's horrible, but I gotta give it up to MAC to be number 4 in this because of their color selection. Perfect example is what I'm wearing today. This is called Light Affair. It's a pale gray, but it's got a bit of beige mixed in. They've got some really, really unique polish colors. It's a little expensive, so I would recommend, if you don't have any MAC polishes, and because the quality is so inconsistent, if you're going to get them, the best way to do it is to get them at a CCO, because then it'll be 30% cheaper and you won't feel like you're being ripped off so much if you get a bad bottle. And then last but not least is my hair products category. And the 4 brands of hair products that I really enjoy is number 1, Tresemme. I use their shampoo and conditioner, and it's the Nature Blends Moisture formula that I use, and I really, really enjoy that brand and formula. It works very well for me with my dry hair. I also really like their heat protectant spray. This is very good, and I really like the bottle because it gives you like a nice even fine mist of product, so it doesn't end up ever getting to be too much. Like, for example, one of the other brands of hair products that I like is the Got to Be Guardian Angel. For what I put this in my hair before I flat iron, but this gives you a more concentrated spray, so sometimes you can end up with too much product in one spot, but it's a great product. And another hair brand that I'm really enjoying now is the Nexus for the split end, Pro Men split end binding targeted leave-in treatment cream. This gets rid of split ends. Sounds like it couldn't possibly be true, but it is true. You put this in on the ends of your hair, your split ends are gone. I'm not sure how it works or why, but I'm happy it does. And last but not least is my Garnier Fructis leave-in conditioner. This just helps with the dryness of my hair and just makes it look healthier than it is. So those are all my picks, and if you want to play along and leave your picks in the comment section, that would be really fun. I'm going to read every single one of them. I may not comment back because, I mean, what am I going to say to each comment with the brand names, you know, like, oh, that's really great that you like that. So there is, you know, there isn't really much I can say, but I promise I'm going to read every single one of them. So let me know what your favorites are, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.